Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Last time we got ourselves a brand new computer. So we're going to sit here and we're going to play it. I'm kidding. This research station has been quite cool and handy. Especially since we got the components enough to be able to actually get our hatches. So we've got some ZMP energy hatches, and I did also grab the dynamo to finish the quest, but I've actually been working on something else. But we're gonna go and wire on up here in just a second. I just gotta make sure. I should have some fiber optic cable here somewhere, or laser pipe. That's what we need. It's the laser pipe. And so this is gonna kind of consume a lot of battery really quick for a second here. But we need to come on over to this one. Where's it at? Oh, that one. Right here. I went ahead and built another one of those over here, so we can actually bring some laser output directly on over to that one. Just hoping we have enough. We should. But I wanted to do this as once I join that, we're going to start filling up all of our, even our ZM or ZPM dynamos here. We're going to start filling up like crazy. Oh, that's an energy hatch. That's not a dynamo. That's not good. I can't do anything about that right now. I have to turn that off and replace it for a moment. That means I can't actually fully get rid of this cord because I was going to use that to power the freezers, but actually, don't I have an LUV dynamo on that thing? We'll get our substation block out. That will actually fix that. Station casing. Boom. We can come on over here and find out. Oh, it's over there. So what if instead of that, let me check something. So we've got 8, 4, and 4. What's this one? It's an energy hatch, dynamo. I mean, if we beefed that up going over there, we could do it there. What if I do that? Let's do that really quick. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and just kind of discuss some stuff about the series here. Because looking at the... where is it? Looking at the stuff here, we got ZPM, which doesn't have very much in it for us to look at doing. And then from ZPM, we go straight into our UV, which doesn't have very much, on top of the fact that some of the stuff isn't even really necessary, considering if this is the last one, like, what else are we going to really be able to do? Not a whole lot. But we will have to figure that out. I kind of have two thought processes so far. One of them is there is a different game that I'd like to try out. Kind of the similar, like, engineering kind of aspect to it. But... and then... 2 and 3. We're gonna need another substation, though. Alrighty there. So, first things first. So, but either way, it's the game. So there's another game I'd be interested in trying. That's kind of the engineering aspect type of deal. Or... that's actually going to be a problem there. No, it's not. We can go turn this one off and break 2 of them. So let's do that. Break 1. We need to take... oh, I turned that off to begin with. I just about had another explosion. Or the other one is trying to do the mod pack that I found that is Create and Gregtech. That kind of seems like it'd be kind of a fun one. Or even just a straight up Create one and trying to do some of the stuff with that. So we break this. I think we have another computer. Casing. Let's just do that. It's the high power casing. Put that right there, and we are good. That can be re-enabled. That's a substation. I hope that this thing can manage that, because that could be disastrous. We'll see. We only have outputs enough to do 2, so we should be fine. Just gotta find where our battery is right there. Yeah, let me know in the comment section which one you guys would be more interested in. You know, last time I asked for some recommendations on stuff, but I am open to more. And here we are. Fixed that problem, got ourselves the dynamo we needed so we could actually assemble that thing over here properly. So now we just got to put ourselves a 4 LUV. There we go. And go ahead and re-enable the power. So we can go ahead and upgrade all of our stations up here with the new ZMP energy hatches. And then we'll have to go through and dismantle... Oh, that's not the right one. Forgot that it's like that. And we will have to go through and dismantle all of the wires after this as well. Be able to bring them out. As, yeah. Then we can put it up with our... I did grab a bunch of... Put those away. I don't think I have any in here, but I did set up 128 to craft, and hopefully that is enough to wire these all up, because if it's not, and we're going to have a slight issue on our hands, but if we wire up the first 2 first, we'll be fine. Oh, don't break that block. Okay, so they can each hold 8, which means if we do a 2x, get enough out of that to be able to drag it somewhere. And we're only going to do 2 over there, so we can go ahead and do regular coils for that too. But this one is going to connect up to this one right up here. And I think we might as well do it to this one as well, just so that we have these ones taken care of. Okay, well, that's bye-bye. I want to clip them together. We might as well prepare the back of all of these really quick. Just because it'll make it easier rather than having to run up and down. Oh, I was on a half slab. I'm like sitting here going, I used to be able to fit my head underneath those cables, but no, it's because I had a half slab at some point in an area that made it easier to do that. So there is that one. We do not want to place it attached to that in case for some reason it's still attached to something. I think they're all detached, but knowing my memory, it's quite possible it's still attached to something somewhere. And then we would have nice explosions to handle after that. It looks like if I'm going to use that cable, I actually do have to go up to be able to use that cable. So let's go do that. Go around and through the back over here, which is fine. We're not even really supposed to be looking at this side of it. Our front end is where that is for, and we're going to actually have to wall that up to make it look the way we want to. I just have always wanted access to this stuff so I can actually see what I'm working with and working on. But pretty soon, no more will we need any access. So That manages those two. And I think we just want to put hover. Actually, I don't think hover is really going to matter because we want to be in a specific... oh, it's fine. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wrong direction. I think I'm dropping some, though. So maybe not that way. Oh, but I will be back as soon as I've got all of these disconnected and reconnected. Some wonderful increased overclocking. Now the only worry is we haven't totally trashed the entire system to the point where it can't run anymore, right? Now we gotta come back and re-enable some of our machines after having to do some power switcheroos. Looks like that needs to be re-enabled. Same with that one and that one. Anything over here that got paused? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're good. Sweet. Now let's check out battery output. So my only worry is that, like, one of those drains the battery for I don't know how much yet. Looks like we're relatively okay. So now we can actually smelt some ZMP stuff over here. And, look at that. Molten Nadak Naquada Al... Holy cow. Cannot speak to save my life. Molten Naquada Alloy in 13 seconds. That is amazing. Now let's just look at how fast it's telling us we're losing our battery. Especially since apparently we're using like 40,000 a second. Oh boy, in 24 minutes. In 24 minutes it says we'll be out of battery if we keep this up, which is exactly why I'm so glad that we're not going to. It's just going to get done pretty quickly and then be done. I do know if we upgrade our coils again, these ones can't be upgraded yet, but when we can, if we do upgrade the coils, it will be a lot safer power-wise, as well as maybe adding an additional one of my plasma generators, which should be on right now, and it looks like... Oh, that's why it's 24 minutes, because this is not below the percentage point, which I don't remember what it is, and we should probably check that. Because it might be worthwhile to change that to a different thing. So what is it? Yeah, let's up that. Let's say 40%. Don't know if that's going to turn them on just yet, but I think by the time 20% gets there, we're going to be out of battery. So 40% seems fair enough. It looks like, especially since we're almost done with grabbing a couple more of these hatches, as there were a few other upgrades that I did want to do. And I guess we're going to need... a diode. What does it take to make a ZPM diode? Should be like right... Diode should be right... I know I saw it earlier. There. Okay, so that's not too difficult. We can just tell it to make all that really quick while we wait upon our other things. So we're just going to have to stitch that into our clean room area, find out right where we need to have it at. We can take a look. We can't break anything just yet, so it looks like right here, which, there's our diode right there. So if we go over 1, 2, 3, and in 1 from it, we'll be able to place our diode properly. And that will work. This is wild how fast this thing goes. We are doing stuff at UV rates. That is awesome. Already got one more energy hatch, which is great. That's going to go ahead and replace our circuit assembler, which is going to kind of continue on with what we wanted to upgrade today. We got ourselves that. We're still waiting on some plates. Ourselves the energy hatch. This doesn't need an energy hatch, right? No, okay. We can get into... Oh, this is... We're gonna want to upgrade that, I guess, to a by-4 or something. Because then we could have it go through the diode. Go ahead and break that. Put a by-4 ZPM in here. A by-4. No, that's not enough, because that needs to be UV, so we need a by-16. Got it. That's right. That's right. Because we do need 4 for one thing here. And then we're going to need to upgrade our stuff in here. And with needing to upgrade, I don't think we need to upgrade the chemical reactor. However, the engraver will need to be upgraded as well as this thing. It looks like I can upgrade the engraver all the way to UV, because this is accepting LUV from the IV. I don't know how appropriate that will be, especially since... Let's look at the laser engraver recipes while we're waiting for stuff. Laser engraver. Is there anything that actually requires UV power? What was that? That was IOV? MV, IV, MV, HV, ALV, LV, EV, HV, IV, ZPM. For the crystal SOC. And that's why I know we need to upgrade to at least the ZPM. But I don't see any UV. We're looking for green. I'm only seeing gray so far. Oh, what was that? That was cyan. Yeah, it looks like we don't need UV power. Interesting. So there is our very third one that we've got there. I did get the diode stuff all made. Oh. I think it got used. It got used. Nice. I started the other hatch thing, the dynamo, to power this stuff. And could not do anything about that. And we actually can't do this up until we get that fixed, because we're going to have to go through and replace... Wait a second. Do we have a replacing gadget? Let's look at the gadget SCAD. Copy, paste, exchanging gadget. Ooh, can I make that? That would actually be super nice. I'm hoping this works. Because if this works, then I don't have to replace wires ever again. And I should have built this so much earlier. Oh, please. Please. Okay. Let me see. So it's an exchanging gadget. What is this? Fuzzy connected area. Yeah, only connected areas. So now the question is, how does this work? So let's go to the overworld and test this really quick. If I want to turn my thing back on first. If I want to replace that... Oh no! So we don't want the grid. Just like that. Okay. So now the question is, what if I do this? Can I... Oop. Maybe? Let's go check. Oh, I really don't love that that's bound to the keyboard. Can I place that? Looks like no. Affect block entities? Retrace fluids. Grow. Whoa! Oh. It doesn't connect them, though. You have to go through and connect it all yourself. That's funny stuff. That is super funny. Okay, let's get the diode first. We got the diode out. We got our power hatch. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I would rather place them by hand if it doesn't connect them. That's so bad. That is so bad. You have to go through and wire clip every single one of them to put them back together anyways. Oh, I mean, it should totally connect them. Does it, like, is there a way to tell it to stay connected, maybe? Anchor, bind inventory. What if I did vertical column? Does that... Oh, no, we want to take that. We want to put it there. Yeah, I figured. That is so bad. That is so bad. I can't believe it works like that. Turn the hover off. Oh, it is awful. Okay. So now we just need to go ahead and make our way back over to this starter one. We'll have to be kind of quick about it, because we do want to make sure we don't have to unpause everything again. So we'll grab out our one we're gonna... Well, I don't want to try it, though. I don't want to try it, though. Oh, I will say that is a funny idea. If we do this, surface. Yeah, we're not trying it. We're not trying it. I'll try it on another time. But we can do that. And then re-enable. Wrench that way. And we can start dragging it. You know what? I'm turning everything off again. Break that one. Break this one. We're gonna put that there. It's not the high power casing, is it? It is the high power casing. And we'll turn it back on. Now we're good. Okay. So now we're gonna have to bring it over in it by 2 to begin with, till we get to where we're putting our thing, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there is where we need to put the diode. So let's make sure it's facing the right way with our input there. And we can go ahead and drag our cable across to where our diode breaks off. I think we'll go up to the diode, actually. So let's bring it down. Attach it back on up. And now we can split it back to singulars. We just have to get it over here. So let's turn our jetpack back on. I don't love that that gadget thing is bound to G, but I'm also too lazy to fix it. So guess I'll just deal with it. Now we just gotta bring it down. I'm hoping I have enough, even if it's just enough. I think we should have enough, and more than enough, actually. Because we'll have... Oh! What just happened? Please tell me that was not... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Oh, that scared the poop out of me. I forgot I hadn't switched him yet. That terrified me. We are good, though. Oh, that was only the loss of a single energy hatch, so not too bad. Not too bad. Just enough to... Oh, I'm so glad that we're playing an easier Gregtech, because that probably would have been like half of my machines gone right there. And I am not ready to rebuild back from scratch since I don't have very much parallelization or redundancy in different areas. Oh boy. That is always terrifying to hear in this kind of mod pack. Alright, so now we can do another two things. We'll take this out, take that out, put on our switch, and boom, and boom. And so now we actually do not even need this thing over here. Go ahead, just pop that on out, and throw it away into our machine, never to be seen again. As well as, let's go ahead and just pile everything. Yeah, pile everything back on in there. Plasticrete. Put that away. Use that to build some of those fun, bigger super tanks at some point here. Now there comes the last upgrade for today. I did want the upgrade of those coils for some reason. What did I want them up for? There was something. Oh, that's right. The circuits! Yes, that is exactly why. Okay, so, first of all, two things, actually. We'll go with the first one. The first one, and this was why I wanted all those upgrades. Let's go ahead and put these upgrades on our data hatches over here, though. So we can break them, place the new advanced one, which can hold 16. Means I think the 3 might be all we actually need. Advanced. Oop, oop, and boop. That's all of those. And one more. Those only have a few in there. Nonetheless, that now makes it to where I'm pretty sure I can hold all of the patterns that we need. So that would be 48 there. And if I look at the assembly line, I believe there is literally only like 50, 52. Okay, so there's 4 more. But I don't need that many because there's a couple of them without. So we got, what, 1? I think we already did that. 2, 3. So we will need one of these hatches on there to be able to account for all of the recipes. So let's go put one of them back in there because we can put more on there than the 3 that we have. And now we can hold all the recipes. That doesn't need to be upgraded again. Now we get a free computer casing back. Sweet. So now comes to the upgrade in circuits that I wanted to do. And I can't remember which ones they were. Is it the wetware or the crystal? It was the crystal, right? Yes, it was, because for this one, we can get our LUV circuits from this. But this one in specificity, if we wanted our best one, we needed to get over to these crystal SOCs, which quite literally is just a blue lens on the crystal chip. So let's get that recipe out. And we're going to have to upgrade our station over there. But we can do this. We can go over here, and it's this one we want. Make sure that we actually use the... We did not. We need the one that's using the soldering fluid. And we can actually get the rest of these too. So go back to the circuit assembler and use it for this one. And then the last one, I believe, is an assembly line one. Circuit assembler. Ooh. Oh, but we're going to need a sterile room for these too. Good to know, good to know. Okay. And then, yeah, we need to get our mainframe research, but we'll use that to make those ones as well. So we'll hold on to that. Looks like we're also going to have to get some frame stuff. But now, we just need to also power up one more ZPM thing. So we need a ZPM. We need another diode. So let's get one of those crafting up all of its bits. Start again, start again, start again. And then we need one more energy hatch as well. So let's go ahead and head over there. put all of our stuff in the appropriate places. So we'll need the mainframe thing in here. And we'll have to wait until we get our stuff for that. We need to find our blue lens. That's cyan. I got a feeling that it's close over here. I don't remember why. Maybe it's because I had to use it right there. Yeah, it's because I had to use it for this thing that it was, like, easily accessible and not stuffed back in the corner there where I can't access it. Sounds like something over here is going off. I can't figure out which one. Maybe this one? Yeah, the Elite Assembler is making our diodes. Something else is going off. What is going on? Here's our ZPM hole. We just need our alloy, and we should be able to go ahead and assemble our diode. And then once that other part finishes, we can go ahead and swap that out. And I think, so if this is bringing over, I think we can just grab that one. But we are going to need more of our ZPM cables, so let's go ahead and get those made up. We got 2 more than... Did I put them away in here? I did not. So we only have 2 left. So let's go ahead and do like another 30 for now. Whatever that actually ends up crafting up is good. But look at those all going. I would love to just turn those on now at this point. Especially since we're going to probably have to upgrade the batteries this next episode. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to store a whole lot of power. We're basically going to be able to store like 1 episode's worth of power at this point. Meaning that they'll have to not let it do anything for the entire time afterwards for it to restock power. But hopefully once we get that Mark II fusion reactor, it will allow us to worry about making some of the better things to, what's it called? Put in our plasma reactor down there. I don't think we actually have another power option here anytime soon, too, so one of the reasons why I'm like, maybe it is a good time to be done once this is through the pack. Alright, we were waiting on wires. We got those wires, so we can go ahead and input our diode. So that needs to go right in there. We're going to have another one of these laser-proof casings really quick, too. Let's see, do we have ourselves a laser-proof casing? We do. Here's the rest of our wires. And I do want to wait on the ZMP energy hatch. Where are we at with that? Oh, we're waiting for processors. Is it not working? Insufficient energy input? What do you mean, insufficient energy input? Oh, I've got it flipped the wrong way around. Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, it's one of those things that I had a feeling that I was needing something in there that was going to require the clean room, which is why I didn't want to bust the clean room yet. As soon as we got that done, we can put in... Oh, let's put in our recipes for those other chips, though. So this one is... What is this one? This one is our Ivy, best Ivy circuit. Okay, we're going to have to take out the IV circuit at some point. I think it's this one and the ZPM. But let's grab out our energy hatch. And we will go ahead and break this one. Break out that. And that. So I can get in here. Break the blocks that I need to. Maybe sneak in a little bit more. Pop on out. Add in our new diode, which is right there. Oh, we should probably also replace this before we cause another explosion. We don't need no more explosions, please. Let's also hook up a wire to that that's actually hooked up before we slap our diode down and have it not be able to hook up to anything. And now we just gotta flip this around with a wrench and bring it on down. So on the bright side, we can actually go ahead. I guess we'll just wrap around to this side. Cut that off just so we, for some reason, don't have an issue of connections. And bring this... Ooh, let's close that up so it can be doing its clean room things. Now, the only thing that I'm not extremely happy about this stuff, because I always find it's tedious and annoying, is we're going to have to go fix up all our recipes now. Now that we can craft these new circuits. So let's look at that. We got ourselves, what are they called? Wetware? Crystal. Crystal. And there we go. We can't make those ones yet, but we can make all the way up to this one. So let's go ahead, craft one of those. Oh, I thought I had those bolts already made. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop. Nope. Not there. There. Boop, boop, boop. And this finally solves our issue here. And the bolt one's easy to find, as it is right there. Nope, it is one over. I had to put a couple different things in there before, so... But now, for the moment of truth, how fast does it make them as well? That's something else I'd like to know, although we have to wait. So, I'll have to set those up in auto-processing. Requires a clean room. Okay, where are we at? What's our... Okay, yep. I'll be back. I will show them made next time, because that's gonna be a minute. Doesn't like that I busted it up multiple times. Anyways, thank you very much for watching as we got our upgrades for our ZPM across multiple layers of this area. So we now have all of our smelters over here up into ZPM. I'm going to upgrade these ones off camera as well because I kind of want them off of this. That is why I actually introduced a second one of these over here, is that I'm going to have one go there. So we got 1, 2, and then I'm going to put 2 more over onto these ones. So that will fully eat up the 16 amps that come out of there. And then after that, I don't think there's much else that we really need to upgrade to ZPM. I know we'll eventually have to upgrade this to ZPM to do more research. But we're going to have to upgrade to a new fusion reactor as soon enough. And I think until we got some better fuel, this is probably going to have to stay up for fuel right now, just to make sure that we don't run out of electricity with how much we're going to be burning through. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you would please leave a like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. Gregtech style or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. Thank you very much for watching once again. You guys have a great day. Bye!